Today we have Andrew, Adam, and myself, Sean. Today we're going to be talking about a lot of drinking stories and along those lines of good times in the past. I think I'm going to send this one off to Adam. Let me know what was the first thing, what was the first drink you drank?
Well, I was 16 years old.
Ooh, underage.
Yeah. And I was with my girlfriend at the time, my first girlfriend. We were at her friend's house, her best friend's house. And it was also her first time drinking. Her friend whose house we were at, she had drinking a couple times before, but she hadn't drinking very much. So it was almost kind of like it was all our first time. She had a boyfriend too that was there. It was the four of us. And her older brother got her a bottle of vodka. It was a 40 of vodka and a Mickey of tequila. And we were going to split that for the night. And
I bet you guys felt pretty
How far
badass.
did you get
yeah,
into
we
that?
felt pretty badass, man. We had a lot of alcohol, and well, for 16-year-olds, you know, don't have very much income, you know. It's you got to shell out $10 for like, yikes, man. That's pretty heavy.
There goes the
I was
candy
like,
bill
show up to
of the
a party, I got to pay $10. The hell's this?
Yeah.
Usually parties are free, but anyway, first of all, the first thing we did, shots. Vodka shots, straight vodka shots.
Probably put in
And-
that song Shots too, because it just messed with you. You were
Yeah.
so cool. You were partying.
Yeah, man, we were
This
having a
song's what
great
I'm
time, and we started doing shots. I think we also had drinks on the side that were like our mixer drinks, but it was majority shots, and we probably did like 5 or 6 shots like right off the bat.
Wow.
So it hit us pretty quick, and none of us, well, a couple of, I guess, you know, her and her boyfriend, like my girlfriend's friend and her boyfriend, they've drinking before, but not very much. So it kind of just like hit us like a brick wall. At least my girlfriend and myself, who had never drinking before, and we just. It felt so weird to be drunk for the first time.
What happened with the first shot? You just said, "Oh, like
We
it
said,
must
"Oh
have
fuck,
been
let's
way
do
too
another one."
much.
And it was like, "Oh shit, let's do
Really?
another one." It was, yeah, it was our first time drinking. We're just like, let's like.
That was a minuscule amount of liquid. Let's continue.
Well, we figured we'd cut it off at like 5 and then see how it goes or whatever. But like it was 5 within the span of maybe half an hour. Like it was like we were popping them pretty quick. Like it wasn't super quick, but you know, we're popping them pretty quick.
Well, it's always funny at that age because you don't know how much you're supposed to have, and like
Yeah,
you
it's
don't know what
just-
you're supposed
it
to
was
feel.
just
So it's
kind of
like,
our
let's
best
just
guess.
Keep doing
What
this, I
is
guess.
this
And
taste? Yeah.
it
Exactly.
just kind of goes from there.
And we did the shots. I remember I started feeling a little bit like my head was feeling warm, right? Like,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
you get the whatever. And I stood up to go get like some water or something, or just go get, I don't know, I was going to the bathroom, I don't know. But I stood up and I almost fell into the coffee table. Like it felt super weird. I'd never felt anything like it in my life. And, you know, you and I know it as being drunk. But, you know, I didn't know that when I was 16 years old. And we were extremely drunk, like within the span of like 45 minutes after the first shot. We were very, very drunk. And I remember we were like, I don't remember a lot of the night, but I remember, so I wasn't driving at this time. I didn't have a car. I was 16. I had my license, but I didn't have my own car to drive. And my parents were like, you know, you could drive our cars if you're doing something important, but if you're just going to chill with friends, you can ride your fucking bike, right?
Yeah.
So I rode my bike like 15 kilometers to this chick's house. I told my parents I was going to the house just down the street. So anyways, I kind of got sidetracked there, but we took the shots. We're on the couch, and my girlfriend was really drunk. She's like trying to make out with me, trying to take my clothes off on the couch, and I was like, no, like
In front of all your friends.
Yeah, well, 2 of them, but yeah, I was
Shit.
like, no, like don't. What are you doing? Stop that. And so
Damn.
so I just I put a halt on that, and I was like, all right, save that for later, because you know, whatever. But
Pump the brakes.
yeah, pump the brakes, and anyways, the next morning I had a hickey on my neck because she was just going hard, and I was I had to go home with a hickey on my neck. So I was like, what the hell do I do? And I was like, she's like, oh, I'll put some makeup on it. I was like, all right. So she put makeup on it, and then I looked in the mirror real close, and I was like, yeah, but you can see I'm wearing makeup. I'll get home, my dad would be like, what the fuck are you wearing makeup for? You fucking gay? Like, what the hell's going on, man?
Yeah, I want a flamboyant neck now.
I'm trying to accent my shoulder blades.
Yeah.
Gotta get
or
that
my
foundation
my
crisp.
collarbone, you know? You gotta get the shadowing on your collarbone. But yeah, I told him that I took a slap shot to the neck from my buddy whose house I was supposed to be at down the street. I told him that I got the follow through of his slap shot in the side of the neck, but he's like, all right. He wasn't behind it for a second, but yeah, he was just worried that it was some other girl other than my girlfriend, right? So he's kind of like, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Like he didn't care if I had a hickey, but you know, if he thought it was from some other girl because he thought I was at my buddy's house. So it was like, yeah, but that was my first time getting drunk. How about you, Andrew?
It's pretty good.
Well, the first time getting drunk took place a little later. My very first drink, I remember I was 8 years old. Yeah, it was at my cabin, and we were just around the fireplace, and my German uncle said, here, have a sip of this. I was like, okay. I took a sip, and it's like, it tastes like shit. You're 8 years old, you don't like the taste of beer yet, right? But I eventually had the whole beer because like I want to fit in. I want to be a cool guy. I want to be with my dad, my uncle, talk guy stuff. I'm a big boy, and so that's my first drink ever, and I really didn't enjoy it, but I enjoyed the memory of it. And the first time I was drunk was after a soccer game. Me and a bunch of my teammates went to a guy's house, and he had a couple bottles of liquor. He's like, hey guys, let's drink. My parents are gone. Oh yeah, man, of course. I don't know if I was 15 or 16. It was one of those two ages. But out of the way, he lives really close to a bowling alley.
Yeah.
And so after we all got a little bit wasted, one guy already passed out, actually. He puked pretty early and he was done. But the rest of us, we went to the bowling alley, and I had my first game of bowling, and usually I'm all right. So the average Joe, I don't do very good, don't do very bad. But this game was probably the worst freaking game of my life. Everyone was getting scores of like 180 and above, and then there's me at literally 37. Just loaded as shit. You walk up and like, okay, I'm human, and I know what I'm doing. I'm playing bowling.
Just
I can do this.
blitzed, but you can feel yourself just rocking back
No, like,
and forth.
literally,
the
like,
ship
if I-
is just about to capsize.
Yeah, like I'd straighten out my arm, and the bowling ball would like pull my arm down a bit, and I'd just like stumble off balance, and it'd just be dragging me everywhere. And then we asked the guys to put bumpers up, but they wouldn't put it up.
They're like, no, you guys are too drunk. You're gonna have to do it yourself.
Yeah, so I'm just fucking putting in the side every time. It's like, this is bullshit. So I had some pizza, and that's pretty much okay from there. But that was my first time. It was a lot of fun.
That sounds like that sounds like a
What
lot
about
of
you,
fun.
Sean?
Okay, like I've drank with I know my dad just didn't give a shit once, and he just said, here, have a beer, have a Pilsner, and I was like, oh yeah, what
Pilsner.
the fuck is this? It just tastes like the cheapest, like bitterest shit ever, and then for whatever reason it grew on me. And
It's an acquired taste. It's like
it
coffee
is,
or anything
yeah.
like that.
Well, that's the thing too, right? Like coffee, I was like, oh yeah, coffee, great, but
Well, it's
it
like
takes a while.
I couldn't drink scotch for the longest time, but now I'm fine with it. But if you gave that to 8-year-old me,
acquired taste.
Well, it's because of the
God.
buzz you get off it. Coffee, you get a buzz. Alcohol, you get a buzz. Your body learns that, hey, this is something that it has benefits.
Mhm.
So your body,
Not
teaches
health
itself
benefits.
to be able to withstand the shittiness of it, right? Like
Yeah.
the taste of it. You learn to cope with it because it gives you all these other benefits.
You take the good out of the bad from it, yeah. Then
Yeah.
you learn your buzz from every sip or whatever, chug.
It's like dudes that do jankum,
Oh man.
It's funny how the body does that though. Like for some things you'll grow to like it, some things it gets worse or
Yeah,
but I
exactly.
don't understand that. Like to think with all alcohols even it would be like that where you're like, oh I don't like that first, but sometimes you just stay not like it.
yeah.
Yeah. Just like, wow, but it makes me feel so good.
Mhm.
It's such a social thing, drinking. It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, first time drinking, getting drunk, the one that comes to mind is my parents' freaking 20th anniversary, and it was out in Invermere, out in
Holy shit.
like a campground place, right?
Was it like
Yeah.
You know, like
summertime?
nobody
Was it
gives a
hot?
shit. Sorry,
Was it hot?
It's summer, right? Like
Oh,
it's summer,
shit.
it's nice time, right?
So you're
like
already,
there's
like,
a fucking
dehydrated.
lake, there's everything. Oh yeah, so me and my buddy, I just remember talking to my older brother and him being like, "You guys don't know how to shotgun beers," and then
Oh,
he just like, "Here, I'll show you how to shotgun them," right? And we're out near the campfire and just puncturing these bitches and just slamming them back.
And how old were you at
And
this
I
time?
think I was 16 for
Yeah.
this time. For like, this is the earliest memory of being really drunk.
That seems to be quite
And,
the popular age for being
yeah.
drunk for the first
Yeah.
time is 16.
I think 16 is when you start exploring shit, isn't
Sweet.
it?
Well, you're
16.
well into high school by that time. You're like you've had enough time to, you know, be like, all right, this is something I could try. Like
Yeah, you watch that
15, 16, you know, grade 10, grade 11.
and you watch that cartoon show 16, like, yeah, no, this is gonna be my life. I'm gonna be cool and have
Yeah.
fun.
When I'm 16, I'm gonna
Yeah.
fuck the world up. Yeah, no, it was good. We definitely shotgun way too many, and it was off to like a community hall.
So you shotgun a
thing.
bunch.
Yeah, a bunch.
wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was a few, and
The ripe age of 16, guys.
yeah, because well, it was me and my buddy. Like he showed us how to do one, and then me and my buddy are like, oh, let's just keep
This
going.
is great.
So awesome.
Like, how can you
But
finish a
I
can
didn't-
this
yeah,
fast?
I didn't have to sip this thing
You're
and,
just like,
and torture
Hardly
the
had
taste.
to taste it. Yeah.
It's just-
Let's do a
it was-
second one.
It was gone in seconds, and I've got the buzz going, man.
Yeah.
So-
Well, that was the same thing as the shots for my first time. It's
Yeah.
like, this is all right. Like, vodka tastes pretty shit, but like when you just down the hatch, it's not a big deal. Let's do 8, 9. Fuck, doesn't matter, man. Let's do it.
For most things, you like to ease your way into it. For drinking, you like to hit the gas
Drinking,
pedal
you
pretty
just-
fast.
you
First
accelerate
time,
hard.
let's just go for it. Let's
Well,
shotgun multiple
Go big or
beers.
go home, man.
Oh, man. I'm regretting that at the end of the
Oh,
night.
yeah, for
'Cause-
sure.
Oh man, it's because my brother and his friend were all into weed and stuff, and we how did it end up going? We just ended up shotgunning them, and it's off to this community hall. So we go to the community hall eventually. We probably drank in way too much pregame because my parents always have a freaking happy hour at like 5 because it's a trailer park, right? So everybody just gets in a little circle and just like starts drinking all this shit, and there's like what's that, Yuga Flux, is it? Yeah, where
What?
they just, you never heard of Yuga
No.
Flux?
What the hell's Yuga
No, I haven't
Flux?
heard of this before.
Yuga
I know what flux is,
No
but I know
way.
what magnetic flux and electric.
Okay, okay. No.
The stuff that matters.
This shit? Oh, I can
The real life stuff.
From what I know of it, all it is it's literally just so much juice and fruits and all this sugary shit, but it's just so much alcohol in it, but you cannot taste the alcohol. It just tastes like a fruity smoothie kind
those
of
are
like
danger
drink.
for me.
Yeah, it's just pure danger. You don't taste it at all, and you could drink them all night long because
Yeah.
you would not taste the alcohol whatsoever. So they have a huge fucking like salad bowl of this shit, and just serving it out at 5. You know it's gonna be a nuts night. Anyways, like long story short, I end up going with my buddy, stumbling over there, and then partying out. And my brother, of course, was the designated barman, right? So he's dishing out drinks, and he's like, "Sean, drink this, drink this, drink this."
And you're like, wow,
drink
shit,
this."
that's good.
Whoa, free alcohol? And I just went to town.
Yeah.
Next
can't buy this.
Great night, partied hard, fucking went hard, but next morning I was so drunk I was still drunk and hungover, and I ended up running into the nearest bathroom as we had to clean up the next day, and I just puked in the sink. It was so bad.
Oh, never
I
gonna
was
drink
just
again.
going- I couldn't even make the toilet. I couldn't make it.
Well, speaking of those drinks where it does not taste like alcohol, I was at my sister's Halloween party recently, and she had these needles with some kind of Jello shot in them, and so I had one. It's like, shit, this does not taste like alcohol. Like I would have thought this was candy if she didn't tell me. And so I was like, oh, I'm gonna do 3 of these at a time. I put 3 shot needles in my mouth, squeeze all of them with my hands at the same time, kind of like Thad Castle style from BMS. Like arms up in the air, getting ready to take that. And oh my god, if it did not hit me an hour and a half in, like shit, I was everything was fuzzy. I felt super happy, and my heart was just like
I'm
And I
great.
could feel it. And we went for a walk. It's like, wow, the night sky. This is great.
Yeah.
Nice and refreshing.
Well, I've got like a second noteworthy young
Oh, yeah.
drunk time.
Go
Is
for it.
It was probably only, I'd say 5 or 6 months after my first time getting drunk.
Yeah.
And it was October, and I was in Las Vegas. I was 16. I was in Las Vegas because my dad and I were doing a hiking trip at the Grand Canyon, and it was you can either fly to Phoenix or Vegas, and we chose to fly to why wouldn't you choose to fly to Vegas? Vegas is lit. So we flew to Vegas. We had, I think, 4 or 5 days in Vegas, and my dad, it was the first time my dad had ever really, like, he'd offer me a sip of his beer every now and then, whatever, but like the first time he legitimately was like, here, have this beer, or like, here, whatever. And for the majority of the time, I was pretty drunk because my alcohol tolerance was really, really low, so I didn't really need much. And we had the Heineken and Mike's Hard coming. I was Long Island iced tea, whatever. I was living the dream.
Yeah.
But we were for 4 or 5 days we're walking around Vegas. I'm got a beer in my hand. I'm 16 years old, like friggin' 5 years under the legal drinking age, and nobody bat an eyelash.
No,
It's Vegas,
it's
right? Like,
Vegas.
crazy
Yeah.
shit happens there, but.
Yeah.
You
I,
can see
like-
a monkey drinking a beer and be like, okay.
I obviously didn't care. I was drunk as shit, so
Well, you're in that initiation moment too. Dad gives you a full drink. He's like,
Yeah.
You
I'm a
take
man
that
now.
shit.
we were in the casino at Luxor, and I decided that, well, I previously had learned that I know, like, I've been able to I previously found out that I can jump over people, like over their shoulder, like if they're
Yeah,
standing
yeah,
up,
yeah.
and you like go on their shoulders and
Parkour.
push yourself over their shoulders. They come running behind, and one of the guys we were hiking with, he's pretty short. He's probably only like 5'3", and I was like, oh yeah, no problem. I've jumped over people that are like my height, like 5'10", right? So I was like, yeah, 5'3", no problem. And I was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna jump over you. Just stand there and don't move. He's like, all right. And we're in the middle of this busy, like, bustling casino, right? Like, there's people everywhere on the slots, everything, poker tables. And I'm like, here, Dad, hold my beer.
Proud moment.
And my dad
Son,
kind
son,
of
yes,
takes a
I
step back. He wants to see what goes down. He's like, all right, this is going to be entertaining. All right. Takes a step back. And he's pretty liquored, too, at this point. Everyone's pretty liquored. And I go back and get ready for the run-up. I'm like, all right, man, don't move. And he's like, all right, no, yeah, I got you. I come running up to him, and I put my hands on his shoulders and go to jump over him. And next thing I knew, my face was on the floor, and I didn't know what the hell happened. And it was because my reaction time was so far off. I didn't know that once I put my hands on his shoulders, he immediately dropped to the ground. So I had nothing to push off of. So I just did like a half somersault right over him and just planted my face right into the ground. And you could just hear this, like, synchronous of everybody is like, oh my god, like, that was bad, because they could hear the thud of my face hitting the ground. And it hurt pretty bad. I was kind of just like laying on the floor of this Vegas casino, just loaded. I look over at my dad. My dad, he's like, I've never seen him like on the ground, like just like laying on the ground. He's laying on the ground laughing his ass off because I'm on the ground, hurt as shit, and it's the funniest thing he's seen like all week. And
You drunk motherfucker.
yeah, he's like, you stupid fuck, what are you doing trying to jump over
My
people?
son's finally a man.
But it was so funny. It's just, and I look over and I couldn't help but just start laughing, just seeing how good of a time he was having. And I was pretty pissed off because my face had rug burn all up the side of it. But we immediately decided we had to get out of there because, I was at no age to be that drunk. So
Someone's like, what the fuck happened to you?
Got out of
I'm
there
drunk
and
as shit.
went back to the pool at our hotel and continued to get more lit.
Yeah, go by the pool, get drunk, drown. It completes a successful night.
Yeah, fuck it.
But when you're drunk, you always have that sense of confidence, like you can physically accomplish anything. Like that jump there, that gap.
No problem.
Fuck that.
No
Like,
problem.
you have no problem at all. Then you're so right. You start doing something, and then you forget everything that goes to your mind while you're doing it. Then all of a sudden, you're just face down on the ground, or it's like, oh fuck, that might have hurt really bad. I don't know if it hurts because I'm really
I can't
drunk right
feel it.
now. But like, I'm very sure first thing tomorrow morning, I'm like, well, fuck.
Yeah.
Why did I do this?
Yeah. But right now, woo!
Fucking having a good
Buzz.
time.
Yeah.
Well, it's like one time I was at Cowboys, and I had the whole cowboy gear on. I had my plaid, my hat, cowboy boots, and everything. And they have those little log perimeters around the dance floor. And I decided to do like a parkour little hop over in there. And the log was a little bit wet, so my hand slipped when I placed it on there and tipped over my leg. It slipped, like hits the rod of the log like halfway down my back. I just completely ate shit on the other side. And like you said, people went, "Oh fuck!" Anyway, so I was go, "Yeah!" Put arms up in the air. I survived.
Yeah.
That's great.
But yeah, that's the best feeling ever when you get hurt as shit and you get up and everyone's like, "Oh my god," and you're just like, "Where, party?" And they're like, "Yeah,
I
I was
just feel like a legend for that.
Yeah,
moment.
you're
Like,
just
oh my
you're just
God.
the guy at the club that's invincible and can just wipe out like a fucker, and like you're not okay, but you make everyone think you're okay so that you can look
Yeah.
cool. And
And that person who wipes out is always the same person later that you run into who's just like really fucked up on the couch somewhere. You're just going like, "Yeah, I'm still in it, man." He's like,
Yeah.
"No, you're not, buddy."
No, dude,
But
you're
he's trying
done.
so hard.
Yeah.
Oh, drunk times.
It's funny how so many people use alcohol as something to get them going for parties.
Yeah.
Like they're actually, I can see falseness in this
What's
point.
up?
I was gonna say they didn't like way back in the day. They didn't do as many drugs or stuff like that. But it's like
Sure
wait, no,
they
they
did.
definitely did.
Yeah. Well, the thing about it though is that alcohol is legal, right?
Yeah.
It's the thing that you can
It's the like,
catch a buzz off
go
of,
for
and
it. You
there's
guys wanna
nothing
do
wrong.
that?
You can
Yeah.
go in public and do it. You can whatever, right?
Yeah.
And
It's just so socially acceptable. For
yeah, but
whatever
it's
reason.
so ass backwards because there's so many drugs that are so much better than alcohol. Like
Mhm.
it's insane.
Not as bad.
It's insane.
Yeah, it is insane.
The effects of alcohol are so much worse than so many different drugs. It's not even funny.
Like,
Yeah.
I just have no idea how, for instance, marijuana got illegalized while alcohol was legalized. Like, who's the one who made that
Oh, just
argument?
one dickhole just said, "Oh, fuck marijuana. Let's just do alcohol because marijuana is just brutal and stupid." And it's just some asshole just making rules.
Well, I heard there was a lot of like racism behind it too, where like a lot of black people were doing it, and then there's like, "Oh no, well, let's just make it illegal and all that," and
Really?
then it just kind of originated from there. So
I heard from the black. Well, I know they did like like shitty tests on monkeys. Like they said,
Oh, yeah.
they put all these monkeys in a room and gave them marijuana, but they literally
Just wanted pizza and had a
encapsulated
good
them.
time. Like fuck.
Oh yeah, they
Like,
put
man,
it in
fuck, when are we getting our next banana?
Yeah.
Jesus.
They're having a great time,
Got the
except,
munchies, man.
except the fact that they fucking suffocated them when they didn't even get oxygen, so they started losing brain cells.
Oh,
It was because
Jesus.
you didn't give them oxygen, you fucking assholes. You're smoke dusting them.
Oh, if
out,
I had a
like-
dollar for how many times kids in junior high told me that marijuana kills your brain cells,
Oh.
and I believed it.
Here's
I
your
believed it 100%.
marijuana.
That's because there's like
Brain
government
on
approved.
Yeah.
The government knows best.
And then I,
love
grew
the
up and had
frying
a
pan one. It's hilarious. Here's your brain on drugs.
Oh yeah.
No. I don't think so.
just fried.
It's like those commercials they put out where it's like you wouldn't torrent or you wouldn't download a vehicle or something.
You
It's
wouldn't
like,
put
if
your
I had
brain
a way
in a
to do it,
frying
yeah, I
pan.
would.
Well, yeah.
I could download a vehicle for free.
Fuck yeah, man.
Absolutely.
You
So
telling
that's
me
why
I
we're
can
heading
do
with the
that?
new technology, 3D printing and shit.
You're overestimating my goodwill.
Yeah, you don't know me. You don't know technology.
You don't know.
Download a motherfucking car tomorrow. Fuck it.
You want an Audi R8? Yeah, I do.
From China. Boom.
Got one
here.
from Amazon right here. Yeah, you got your product key.
Fucking
You can
drone.
download that. Your vehicle pops in your driveway, no problem.
Get your Toys R Us online purchase.
Fucking drop package from the goddamn military planes.
Then you
Here's your
realize
shit.
you realize the car's like actually just like a little hot rod or something. It's like, oh fuck, why'd you price it at so much money? Well, you have to scam somebody. But I've always done that too when I was like early online shopping. Didn't you ever like find some kind of like nerdy replica like a Master Chief helmet or something, and then you'd click on it like, oh wow, it's really cheap too. It's only like $50. Like, holy shit, this is a good deal. And then you realize it says, "Oh, this is like an ornament or something." It gives you like that thumbnail tab picture that looks like it's
but
life
it's only
size.
5
It's like,
centimeters
yes,
big.
I can't believe I'm about to get this, and it's like, wait, no, this thing's actually fucking useless.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do with this?
Yeah.
Well, I loved looking for the freaking cereal box toys. This is the shit.
Oh
Or
my
you get the
God.
CDs, games. Man, I had this one game. It was just the best. It was like Dr. Brain or some shit. Just played that crap for years.
That's how I legitimately move over to new cereals, is because I see they have a prize in their
Yeah.
box, and it's like, yes, I
Like,
want that. I'm
Mom-
gonna get you.
Mom, I saw the commercial, and if you don't buy fucking Frosted Wheats, I will cut you because I need this game.
I don't eat cereal often enough. I need to step up my game and get those toys. But like, honestly, the last time I ate cereal was probably, I don't know, what was it, 3 months ago or something?
Oh,
We're
shit.
at AJ's cabin.
No way.
Wow.
And there
No
was some
way.
Rice Krispies in the
Cereal
pantry, and I was
is-
stoned as shit.
Decided to just go for
Start
it.
munching on the Rice Krispies, brother. No, Frosted Flakes was what it
Oh,
was.
it's the Frosted
That was what it was.
Flakes.
It's Frosted
You can
Flakes.
eat
I
those,
gave you
it
some
doesn't
of them.
matter.
I was like, here, man, have some Frosted Flakes.
Was that the one who
You're
showed you
stoned
how
as
big
shit
Frosted
too, you're
Flakes
all
were?
in for that.
You did. You showed.
Yeah.
Like, Sean, just eat these plain. Like, what? You give me fucking cereal right now?
Right, dude,
Why do you
great.
eat cereal
Try
with
it.
Frosted Flakes without milk or anything? Just
Doesn't matter, man.
it tastes
It's
incredible.
literally just like sugar flakes.
Anything that's classified as food when you're stoned, you're just like, yeah, that's chill. I can do that.
Yeah.
I can do this.
I've eaten the craziest shit when I'm stoned because it's like all I got.
One time I ate 5 Mr. Noodles packs. And then I learned about the nutritional value the next day.
no, it's not good.
And I was like, oh shit,
No.
we're gonna like die or something right now.
Fuck.
Probably.
Surprised I didn't get like a heart attack
Yeah,
on
okay.
the
You
spot.
still feel all right?
No, I still
I'm
see
worried.
shit every once in a while.
Once in a while.
I had it at 11:30 p.m. Every 11:30 p.m. from now on, I just have these flashbacks. I go, sodium. Just like this mental twitch I have. See, that stuff is so fucked up, and you hear all these students
Oh,
saying,
it's
"Oh,
so
I
sad
have,
for you.
I have ramen noodles all the time because university student want to save money," and it's like, you
Oh,
could
yeah.
fucking die. I'd rather spend a few extra bucks and not die. You know?
Hey, there's a craft to making ramen noodles. Fuck around with that.
It's
The
legitimate
right
business.
amount of packaged salting, right amount of hot water. Mix that shit.
I actually wonder what part of it is so bad. Is it like the noodles themselves, or like the
I guess
sauce
everybody just
packs?
is so mad about the sodium. It's just like you're drinking salt like water. Like, why don't you just go to the fucking ocean and just grab a straw and go for it? Like,
Go to the Dead Sea and stick your tongue in it. That's what you
have a
gotta
good
do.
time. Here's your noodles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Spread that shit worldwide.
Spread my shit worldwide. You want my noodles?
That's the moral of the story. You just gotta spread your shit worldwide.
Man, but instant food is so good.
Right?
Like,
Especially
if we
if
didn't
you're
have
drunk or
microwaves.
something.
The microwaves have always been around
Fuck.
for us. Like, it's so good.
I
Pizza
always-
pops, like,
I even microwave shit where it says on the label, "Do not microwave," because microwaves are just so easy. It's like,
Hey man, if it fits, it sits.
exactly. You understand?
No, you're one of those guys. Like, I remember a coworker going and just throwing in the noodles and leaving, and it's like our little tiny spaces. There's literally a microwave, and the chair is right next to you. And she throws in this thing, says, "Do not fucking microwave," right? It says fucking on it, okay? Trust me.
It means it's dead serious.
It
From
goes,
Guatemala, it says it right on it.
Yeah. He puts it on, leaves, goes the fuck off for like 5 minutes, and all we hear is just sitting there next to our chair, just what the fuck is happening? Like,
Put his tin
the
foil in
microwave
there.
just like dies. And we're like, oh, okay, that was fucking smart. The only microwave we have. Thanks.
Put a package of Pop Tarts that's in a tin foil fucking
Oh, food, warmth, yeah.
fucking hot Pop Tarts in the microwave.
Where all the Pop Tarts go? Oh, last night I had a few. We had 8. There's none. Yeah, I had a few.
Well, they're called Pop Tarts for a reason. It's not because you put them in the microwave and they go pop. It's because you put them in the fucking toaster, man.
Oh, but you guys throw them in the oven. That's the shit.
I've never tried
In
them.
the
You haven't done it in the
oven?
oven?
No,
Dude, there's
I wouldn't imagine it's any
instructions.
different than a toaster.
No, it's fucking.
A toaster is literally
Okay,
just a mini oven, man.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like thermodynamics, man.
Here we
Look
go.
it up. Google it in the
Get
textbook,
some
bro.
science up in this shit.
Whoa. Throw up Wikipedia. Let's go.
Fucking throw my formulas in your biznatch.
Oh shit.
You know, I bet Pop Tarts would be fantastic.
Dude, it's great. They like turn golden and fucking crispy, and it's just yeah. I want.
Is that what happens in the
now.
toaster?
I guess so.
But
That's how good your
I
fucking
don't think
toaster
it's
is.
as full though. Like with a larger space of heat.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just it might make more sense to put it in the oven, make it more thorough cooking,
Exactly. Thoroughly cooked.
thoroughly cooked.
You know, making bagels.
Even heat distribution.
Yes, even distribution of flavor.
You know what? That actually makes sense. You have a lot
Yeah.
bigger oven. Your heat is going to be a lot.
Are you sure it's not thermo, coupled enough for you?
What?
This is why we create science so that we can have Pop
I don't think
Tarts.
anybody created science, Andrew.
Yes, we did.
Oh, my bad.
One day some
one
guy was
one day
just-
said.
He just said everything is this, and it's called science.
You know what,
Deal with
guys?
Yeah,
we
his
need to
name
be a
was
little
Newton.
it. Newton.
Sir
I don't
Isaac
know.
Newton.
Fuck that guy.
Hey, that guy's awesome.
Apple falls on your head.
Oh,
He uses laws
gravity.
every day.
He's just chilling on a tree, the apple, and
Maybe the Apple knew
Wipes
science
out
and it
for a little
transferred
bit.
its scientific knowledge to Isaac Newton when it hit him in the head, and he's like, "Oh, now I know science."
Yeah, just SC. Yeah, like he just spelt it right out. He's like, I got it now. It makes sense to me.
There's this thing that exists,
Yeah.
and it just kind of went uphill from there.
Yeah.
how do you try to like tell
Till he
everybody?
died.
Oh shit!
Get fucked, Isaac Newton. If you're listening to this, you just got fucking burst.
Sir Isaac Newton.
Get roasted. More like Madam. Oh.
Oh. Oh. He only. Yeah.
Explain dark matter, motherfucker.
Dark matter. We have this new song coming out. It's called "The Recipe for Dark Matter."
Yeah. Oh, Rick and Morty. What a good
Man,
show.
I can't wait for season 3 of that show. Just the,
Me neither.
it's just such a dark comedy,
And it's always politically erect.
always
It is.
always politically correct. Or
Erect.
Erect. Pardon me.
Erect.
Erections.
Erection.
Penis.
You guys want to start playing the penis game?
Man,
I may have started it.
the penis game has gotten me in shit a couple of times.
You know, it's something you start when you're really young, like you're 12, 10, or whatever. It's like, penis game, what's that? You hear it from the older kids, you're like, let's fucking do it, right? And it's just this huge thrill. It's like you're on the blackjack
Oh,
table,
yeah.
you're throwing all your fucking money down. Like, if the supervisor catches me, I'm going to fucking jail and I'm dead for life. Like, fuck me.
But the trick to it is when the game starts, like this is what I did. If you say, hey man, you want to play the game? They're like, yeah. And they're like, penis. And then you just fucking scream, right? If you,
And then you got that first
you know, like
initial one.
even
you
even
won.
if there's somebody around you that'll get you in trouble, like a supervisor or whatever, they're not gonna know that it was you because you said it so quick and
Yep.
said it so quick and dipped the fuck out of there before they even
Yep.
could, you know.
Oh, it's fucking Jimmy over here. He was just swearing his ass off. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, he's gone. He's got a penis
He
though.
just-
That's all we know.
Rickyism, the fucking supervisor.
And those supervisors are just like middle-aged people. They don't give a shit.
No.
Realistically.
You shouldn't do that. Don't do that
They
again.
just wanna
oh
join
yeah,
in.
okay. La da 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 da.
Like
I'm
if
doing
there
that
probably
again.
wasn't some legal restriction on if I was an adult supervising the playground and some kids started playing the penis game, I'd chip in.
I had a teacher like that. I don't think he played the penis game with us, but he was like very.
That sounds so bad.
I'm glad to hear the
We
teacher
had a
did not
that
play
played the penis game.
Well, I don't know. I repressed those memories, so it might actually be something significant that I
might
could
wanna
take to the
go get
police.
this talk
How does
out
this
with
make you
somebody.
feel?
I ain't no fucking rat.
How does this make you feel, lad?
You might.
Makes me feel good inside my body.
Oh god.
Okay. Well.
That's what I remember, at least.
I'm sure somebody's gonna get triggered by that.
Don't
Hey,
get triggered,
whoever got
guys.
triggered by that, fuck you. Sorry, I didn't mean that.
We just had a lot of penis game in the childhood, guys. Don't blame him.
I remember this one kid. You know everyone has that one kid in school who's always a shit disturber and just he does not give a fuck. He'll
Yeah,
say
that was
anything.
me.
Yeah.
There's this one janitor in my junior high, and he'd always stand in this corner of this T section of hallways, and this one kid, he always went up to him. Call of Duty World at War just came out a couple weeks ago, and everyone was playing multiplayer, and he goes up to the janitor standing in this corner, and he goes, placing Betty. He pretends to place bouncing Betties all around where he was standing. The guy's just standing there looking at him like, what the fuck are you doing? You stupid prepubescent kid. And he's just enjoying himself so much. Or one time he even dressed up as a homeless guy and laid down in the corner that he stands in and refused to move.
Really?
He just went all out to piss off this guy. He's like, if I was this guy, I'd hate my job so much. Like back then, it's like, oh, that kid's hilarious. Fuck, this is funny. But that's like, I'd actually kind of like really pissed off after a while.
Well, after you've dealt with it for a decade, you've probably had enough of it.
Yeah, exactly. You're probably like, God damn it, stop doing this already. Just keep walking.
Well, and immediately in that moment, you think about, where have I gone in my life to get to this point that I'm sitting here with this kid right now doing this shit? Like, what the fuck happened?
You just spiral into depression from there.
Yeah, that's just and then you all of a sudden start doing all kinds of drugs, and the next thing you know, you're dead.
Whoa!
And that's the story of life.
Janitor life right there. High school janitor life.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, I feel like janitors could just do whatever they want, though, right? Like, they got the keys to the place.
Yeah,
Like,
who checks
knows how
if
much
the floors are like that nice or
seriously.
something?
Like,
How
I'll
trustworthy
clean
are
them.
they actually?
Yeah. Probably does
You know?
nothing all day, and then, like, it's just blitzed out of his mind or, like, so drunk, and nobody knows. And then at night,
I wouldn't
he comes
be able to tell if
in,
the janitor's high or not.
parties his face off with other people, and then, like, nobody knows.
Just so fucked he can't even speak. But it might be because he's ESL, but we don't know. Could be just because he's drunk as shit.
It's the ESL.
If I went downhill in life, I would be a janitor for somewhere. That would be my job. I'd be a nighttime janitor. I'd just put on some tunes and then just get baked or something.
Yeah,
Try to clean up everything and just have a good time. 6 a.m. next morning, like, all right, I'm out here, yo. Go
And you
take a
can
nap.
just troll the one kid, that bouncing Betty little kid. That you're just
Yeah.
like, what is this kid's deal? I'm gonna fucking break in his locker. And I'm gonna put
Put a
silly,
real bouncing
silly
Betty in his
strings-
locker.
Yeah.
Whoa. You know what I would do? I would
Fuck up his day.
I'd write a little note that says, hey, Jessica likes you, from Anonymous.
Oh,
And
that's
don't
good.
mess with that kid, because he could be like, oh shit, dude, a girl likes me.
Oh, fuck.
It just spirals into this whole rumor thing. And everyone's like, is it a teacher who's at a student who is just a fucking midnight janitor?
Right after the kid's done talking to Jessica, he just gets shit on by Jessica, and then he sees way off in the distance the janitor just standing there with the mop, just staring him down like
stroking his beard. His greasy ass beard.
Fucking God.
I have a story very similar to that.
Oh yeah.
But it's actually my boss I did it to. And I'd been working at the company this is the company that I've been working for recently. It's my current place of employment. And I'd been working there for maybe 2 or 3 months, and I decided to my boss actually lives just down the road from my house, so I know where he parks his truck at night. So I decided I'd drive by his house, and I was like, I'll just fucking sabotage his ass a little bit, fuck it.
Casually.
0 fucks. And I left a note on his truck, and it was some bullshit story about, hey, I'm so sorry I hit your truck, and like I didn't really see very much damage, but if you find anything, feel free to give me a call. And you know what? I've seen you a couple mornings getting into your truck, and I think you're kind of cute. Maybe we could go for a coffee sometime. And it's like I left a phone number and whatever, and I left my phone number so that he'd call me if he was like gonna talk to this chick or whatever. And the next day at work, I go, and he's like, yeah, man, this chick left this note on my truck. And I was like, no fucking way, man. Maybe you should call. Like, maybe you'll, what if she becomes your wife until you die? Like, it could be some big thing, right? This could be the beginning of something new. And he's like, you know what, man, I think you're right. I haven't dated anyone in a while. I should at least just try and see, whatever. If she's butt ugly, I'll just, I'll just leave or whatever. I was like, sure, man, all the power to you. Give her shit. He's like, yeah, I'll call her when I'm off work. So he got off at like 4 or 5. He's working in the office, and I was out in the field, and I get a call around 5:30. I'm like, a call from Alex. I wonder why Alex is calling me right now. And I thought he was just checking up on me, seeing how I was doing or something. And
Yeah.
sure enough, he's like, "Hey, I knew that I left this note, so I kind of answered it. I didn't really say, 'Hey, Alex, what's going on?' I was just like, 'Hey, hello,' something
so
along
manly.
those lines, right?" And
Wow.
he's like, "Hey," and he was like super flustered. It's hilarious because I've never seen him like that. He's always tried to be the big boss that whatever. He's like, "Hey, yeah, so I saw you left a note on my truck, and there wasn't any damage or anything, but." You said to call because maybe we go for a drink sometime, whatever. I'd like to meet you, whatever. And I'm just like, "Alex, you stupid fucker, it's me." And he's like, "What the fuck?" He's like losing his fucking mind on me and shit. But it was so fucking funny. He's like, "Fuck you," and he just hangs up. And the next day, told everybody at the company. It was just the funniest fucking thing ever.
Heart crushed.
Yeah, he was just
I'd be a
fucking
little salty about
devastated.
that.
Yeah, well,
That'd suck.
it was kind of the ongoing thing to pick on each other in that kind of
Oh,
way.
yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
it was just my turn to get back at him, so it just fell right into place and worked so perfectly. But it was great.
Anonymous notes.
It's always good messing with your employees at your job. Like when I worked at a golf course, I was in the turf care area, and fucking bunch of beauties working there. You have a personality
Caring for
types
the turf.
of everywhere, and we'd always mess with each other, whether it was just basic roasting or whether some guy falls asleep in a wheelbarrow and we dump him in a pile of shit on the other side of the course, or throwing tomatoes at a guy for lunch and be like, "Fuck you." But I always love doing that kind of stuff, and it makes me miss that kind of work. But being outdoors in the summer, hot sun blazing down on you, and then you can get a little crazy at times.
Yeah.
Yeah, alcohol. It's a friend of yours, especially when you're at work.
Okay, now I want to know. How many times have you guys been drunk at work, or actually drank and then worked a job, like a job, amount of hours into something with booze in you?
One time I did get incredibly drunk on the job when we had a staff party early on, and everyone decided, "Hey, let's give all our drinks to the new guy." Okay, cool, let's do that. So everyone gave me their drink. I think it was 8 beers, 4 shots, and I got iced 3 times by people, so I had to chug back a whole spoon off ice 3 times as well. And that was all within a handful of hours, like 2 hours, I think.
Yeah.
So I was just absolutely fucked out of my mind. I won a rock paper scissors tournament for $20. I progressed
Tournament?
yeah, like we all
Is
had
there a
our
bracket and
brackets set
everything?
up
Yeah,
and everything,
right
and I made it up. I was like, "I don't know what I'm doing." It was like, "Fuck you! How are you winning this?" I was like, "Okay, this is the greatest day of my life." And then we went out to do some work, and I couldn't do shit. I was stumbling. I was super slow, so they just put me on hand raking bunkers. So there's like, "Go rake bunkers." Like, all right.
Rock, paper, scissors can get pretty heated. I know you and I have been known to have some pretty heated, intense, competitive rock, paper, scissors games when it comes to beer pong.
The aggressive hand gestures for life.
Well, there's a lot of strategy. Most people don't understand that there's actually, if you really know what you're
Look into
doing,
their eyes.
There's a mental game.
there's a mental game. You gotta think, what kind of mindset is my opponent in? What
I
kind of
never knew this. You
what
guys
kind
of-
are
Oh, yeah.
hardcore fucking.
yeah, what
You
kind
look
of
in their
angle can I
eyes?
take them from? You always gotta. It's always about that competitive edge. You always gotta find your edge. You're like, all right,
It's like, I
this
could
guy's
look
pretty
at
hard
Adam.
as
Just
fuck.
a
He's probably gonna
literal
pick rock.
1/3 chance.
Yeah, I could look at Adam and be like, "He's got a stone cold gaze. Stone.
It's
He's
gonna be
choosing rock.
That's it.
Go paper.
What?
Cover
Like,
that
this
shit."
guy's
You
kind
guys
of
are
loose and
full of
floppy.
shit.
Probably paper.
I literally never know what I'm gonna throw down.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
go-
Somebody's very snappy.
My
He's got
mind
the
is
scissors.
just fucking cranking about as I'm thinking of what I'm gonna do.
So that's why everybody beats me as
There's a
this
lot of
game,
strategy.
apparently,
Really shitty.
because
A lot
they
of
just read
strategy.
my shit like no problem.
And then it gets super heated if everyone's just, like, if you just, you go 1, 2, 3, rock, and both guys have rock, and then
And everyone's like, "Oh!" It keeps going again.
but then you go again, and that's rock again, and you're just like, shit, who's gonna fucking
Yeah, who's gonna break from
who's
rock
gonna break,
first?
right?
Yeah.
And you might go 2, might go 3
Yeah, I know what
times,
you
and
mean.
somebody's gonna try to pick paper, but that guy fucking picked scissors, and just, and that's it. You're done. You're fucked.
Yeah,
It's over.
the possibilities are endless. And then when you get that bracket situation, you're at the final game. Everyone's like, "Oh fuck, this
Yeah,
thing's
everyone's
going
crowded
down."
Tied
around,
like 4 or
it's-
5 times in a row, and then you just keep going.
Fight for the Stanley Cup, man. That's it.
Like, I would go to China and find an underground brothel where they do illegal rock, paper,
You
scissors
would get
games.
your ass kicked.
No, I'd fucking take it to him, man.
You're going to China.
I'd be the Guaylo from North America who came in and wrecked shit up.
I see the movie already. You champion, son. You couldn't be the best. You gotta go to China and show them what you got.
You win the golden hand statue. It's an invitation to an even bigger tournament. This is the Balls of Fury plot, pretty much.
For a $50 gift card at Shoppers Drug Mart. Are you ready for this
Oh
shit?
yeah, man. I can buy another blue
prize.
snowball microphone.
Safe for no pussies. Starring Andrew. See ya.
That's when you like go to China, you go to that underground place, and then all of a sudden you hear like, and his opponent, Viktor Dugelstrov, and then like some kind of Russian guy who comes out who's like 10 times bigger than you, and you're just like, oh fuck. Like,
Shit.
so you're like, wait, his size doesn't have an impact on rock, paper, scissors, or does it?
It does. It absolutely does. It's
The intimidation factor.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, he's gonna play aggressively, so I better just make changes quickly.
And then he goes,
accordingly.
fuck
But
it.
those changes
Paper
could be
on your
wrong
ass.
because he could be on the, he's got an edge on you. So anything that you think he's gonna think, he's already thought past it.
That's why you gotta have like best out of like at least 5, so then you can see how they win their rounds, so you can get into their mentality and try to counter it.
Yeah, you gotta get a feel for the opponent. It's just like it's no different than the playoffs, in the Stanley Cup playoffs. You got 7 games. The first couple games, you gotta get a feel for the opponent. You gotta see what kind of game they play, and then you can really lock down and take them down.
Strategize.
Yeah.
Fuck shit up. Yeah. Man, rock, paper, scissors. How many hours I wasted as a kid just on school bus rides, just getting that shit out, right?
Yeah.
Let's go.
School bus rides were always a lot of fun.
They're the best.
Like,
Let's go for the rush for the back so you can get the bounciest damn seats because they have the most suspension.
Yeah, when
I
that shit bounced-
literally
like,
knocked myself
jumping,
out on the
man.
bus
Did
once.
you
Yeah, I
actually?
hit my head on the roof, man.
No
it was
way.
fucking.
So what happened?
Was it one of the yellow buses, or was
Yeah,
it
it was like a yellow bus.
Yeah, those things
Yeah.
are actually
No, they're
bouncy.
epic, man. I was way on the back, and there's this huge bump because they were like I was living in a neighborhood that was like being developed on the one, like we drove through this part that was being developed, and there was like this huge bump where the one section of the road met the other, and it was probably like a 2-inch rise, and when you hit that in that bus, that was everybody, like there was probably 10 of us at the back that'd be bouncing on the seats like ready to catch the bump. And I just caught it so perfect this one day where like right as I bounced down onto the seat, we hit the bump and it just shot me right up to the roof, and I was probably only like 70 pounds, and I just friggin' nailed the roof.
Really?
Yeah, and
You went out?
I
Like,
landed.
cold?
I landed 3 seats ahead of me, and I was out for like maybe 5 seconds.
Fuck, 3 seats.
Yeah, I landed
That's a
right
good
on this girl.
distance.
It was like, she's like, the fuck, and I like woke up. I had no idea what the fuck was going on because I just woke up there, and I was like, shit, that was pretty intense.
So nobody knew. You just woke up.
Well, people knew because they saw me fly 3 seats
yeah, I was
ahead.
gonna
but
say. Like,
I was definitely the smallest kid growing up in my class and everything. So if there was any kid that would get flown out of the seat, it was me.
Oh,
'Cause
shit.
I was definitely the lightest.
it always
by far.
sketched me out about like public transit or schools. School buses, just like, oh, so my safety is the seat in front of me bashing me in the face. Okay, cool.
And
That's
still to
good.
this day, that's the standard.
It's still the standard. How does that work? You go head on crash at like fucking 80 kilometers an hour
Well,
on
I
another
think, I
80
think the main
kilometers
thing
an hour
about it is that
thing.
a bus weighs like 17,000 pounds probably. So
Yeah.
if you hit anything, that's
You should win.
you should there shouldn't be. We're
Winning.
talking about Newton. That's Newton's third law. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction.
Mm-hmm.
You got a big force.
Yeah.
The force of the bus is a lot more than the force of the car that it's acting on.
Oh yeah.
What if it's a fucking like 18-wheeler or some shit, man? Like, I don't want to be
Bus
flying
versus
into a
18-wheeler.
Yeah, then you're fucked. Like that's all there is to
Right?
it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're pretty fucked.
Put a little bit of hair on your nuts and
Yeah.
you
Bus driver throws out the stop signs. It just screams his ass off.
It's over,
but,
man.
You're done. It's
all the kids are
GG.
dead. I was the only one wearing my seatbelt.
I
No
always
one's got a seatbelt. Except for like the seat at the very front where like the special kids sit, they always got a seatbelt.
they don't walk very far down the aisles. They give in early. always remembered bus rides being like the exchange grounds for like music. Like you'd have some emo rock band. You're like, hey man, listen to this song. Pass me the bus. Oh shit, man, that's really good.
What is this?
Disgusting ass earbuds with everyone's earwax all over.
Yeah, exactly. You're passing
like
that
wiping it
around.
off your shirt.
But that was right when like you had like your Walkman or your Discman because like that was all you had when you were in like elementary school.
Anything to listen to that juicy Linkin Park album that just came out.
Blink 182, Simple Plan,
Ooh, yeah.
Sum 41.
These guys swear a little bit.
That was my
I
shit.
swear I'm so edgy if I listen to it.
Can't let my parents know I'm listening to it.
Yeah.
I remember the
I'm
first.
listening to the Bad Touch by
I
the
didn't even
Bloodhound
pay
Gang.
for this music.
I remember the one. My first explicit song I bought was that Justin Timberlake song, the "I'm Bringing Sexy Back."
How'd you manage to buy a song at the ripe age?
What?
How'd you manage to buy just a single song at the ripe age?
Oh no, I just went
Yeah.
to iTunes.
You didn't have iTunes back then.
In junior high?
iTunes was
Oh, in
around
junior
for a
high.
long
Okay, I
time.
think I
Yeah.
meant in elementary
Like,
Yeah,
school.
I was thinking
I never
elementary
took the
too,
bus in
actually.
elementary school. I walked.
LimeWire.
Yeah, LimeWire. Oh man.
LimeWire.
So true.
Virus Central.
Yeah. No kidding.
Look what I could get off this.
Yeah, viruses.
Yeah, viruses.
A good song too, so it's worth it.
Sometimes it's just an advertisement, and I totally download the wrong thing.
I never got to use LimeWire because my dad is an IT guy.
Oh no!
So he knew that it was just up to no
That
good.
sucks, dude.
All my buddies are getting all the dope songs off
Man.
LimeWire for free, and here I am going to friggin' HMV buying a CD to
Oh, fuck.
go home and
Oh,
rip
so
it onto
gross.
Windows Music
Go.
Player or whatever to put it on my little RCA friggin' MP3
Oh,
player.
man. That's a lot of work.
Yeah,
man, I
man.
wouldn't want to fight my
There's a
parents
lot
with
of
their IT shit. Like my dad just, he did construction. It's so easy. He hated technology. He still hates technology. He
Yeah.
still does not want to get on board with like Facebook and everything. And he's just like, how do I look this up, Sean? And it's like, man, like it's Google. Same shit every time. Same shit every time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Alright, well, anyways, I think that's pretty much all we should talk about for tonight. We went through alcohol and childhood. That must be a good mix.
Went off on a few tangents, but
It's good to have some stories thrown around with the group, as always.
Well, thanks everybody for tuning in to our first podcast. It was a blast, and I hope you tune in next week. I'm Adam.
Please tune in next week. I'm Andrew.
Stay tuned soon. This is Sean signing out.